Hi, Saloni.
Hi,
Great seeing you.
same here.
So, are you ready for 15 questions with Srileeth?
Absolutely. Let's get started.
Alright then. First things first, what inspired you to start Reboot Wellness?
The joke in town is that we consume more Johnny Walker than Johnny Walker produces alcohol. And as India changes its consumption pattern, we consume more alcohol, we consume more social media. It's only but natural that we will face a lot of mental health issues. We see that there is a new market opening up where support can be provided. And that is the reason why we started Reboot.
Great. While you continue to empower others to reboot wellness, could you tell us your mental health mantra in a sentence?
The attitude of gratitude, it always helps and puts you back on track.
Thank you so much for sharing that. How do you think that workplaces can ensure women's mental health issues are addressed without being used against them in professional evaluations or career advancements?
Well, women are generally conscientious, they're responsible, they take their duties very seriously. If somebody is having a bad time, they're having a tough day, a tough month, a tough week, I would just say that give them some space, give them some time, and they'll find their way back.
That makes a lot of sense. And I think that is exactly what we're trying to achieve with Srileads as well. So, Saloni, in your opinion, what are the qualities young women professionals should look for in their role models while rising up the corporate ladder?
I think the most important thing that young girls and women in general need to have in a workplace is a growth mindset. We often say that the world is not giving us enough opportunities, but when the world gives us an opportunity, we sometimes say no. So don't be scared of picking that challenge or that task of stepping out of your comfort zone. And whatever doubts and whatever fears you have, cross it when the bridge comes. Don't say no. The world is here to support you, but you need to support yourself first.
I couldn't agree more. Could you also share any experiences of having mentors throughout your professional journey and how their guidance has influenced how you mentor others?
Well, one of my early mentors in life said that you should have many mentors. You are a unique individual who has very unique challenges and unique needs in your own career path. What you really need is wisdom from a lot of different people, and take what you like, leave the rest.
Okay, before we dig deeper, shall we take a walk?
Sure.
Okay, so you have mentioned that your journey reflects a relentless drive to embrace the unknown. In the context of women in leadership, what do you think is still unknown in the ecosystem?
There's one thing that we don't talk enough about. Who champions you? Who takes your name in a room when a new project is being discussed or a promotion comes up? Who stands up for you when somebody is passing you up for an opportunity? These are things that we need more conversations about.
Okay, so research shows that women tend to unconsciously hold themselves back due to phenomena like imposter syndrome, perfectionism, etc. Have you found that to be true in your profession as well?
Absolutely. I think one of the things that I learned in working at a corporate was that the boys really just shrug their shoulders and move away very quickly from a failure. They learn what they need to, and then they get on with business. They don't lament, they don't sit and talk about it or dissect every little piece of it. And I think that is very important to just keep moving ahead and not stop yourself.
That's a very valuable perspective. Coming back to a few more questions about you. As a startup founder, have you faced any biases in managing finances as a woman?
Honestly, not. I actually have a different take and I look at it very differently. And I think women need far more role models. So when you create more role models for girls, they look up and they take on the challenge and they do whatever is needed.
Well, I hope this inspires our community to understand better as to how can opportunities be leveraged. It's not uncommon for us to come across women being called hysterical for being passionate or OCD for being organized. How do you suggest responding to people who hold such notions?
Well, you have to be graceful and you have to do what's needed. If that organization helps you keep your life in order, by all means, you must organize. but you need to look at it objectively and from the other person's point of view. Sometimes it's a very thin line, and one needs to always work on it. We do a very interesting exercise at Reboot where you can look at a personality type and all the positive traits, and then if you flip the same thing, people look at it very differently. You're a stickler, you're an organized person, you're a great accountant, but people look at you as a very stuck-up person who's always asking for the nth level detail. So both sides of the coin are true. You just need to walk the line very, very finely and be true to yourself.
That's good food for thought. Would you want to grab some coffee now?
Sure, let's do that.
All right. This next one's a hot question. Just like our coffee. Answer this in one phrase. Effective leadership is incomplete without?
Team collaboration.
Sounds perfect. So apart from founding Reboot Wellness, what have your professional endeavors with other companies taught you about leadership?
I started Desi Crew in 2007. It's a team of 1,500 plus people who work on AI and ML skills. What I learned building Desi Crew was that with hard work, you can make the impossible possible. And I worked at Paytm for 6.5 years, where I learned that the speed of execution and just the aggression to conquer the market is the most important thing to be a leader.
Wow. So I guess it's completely safe to say that your diverse experiences have shaped your leadership approach in many ways. Okay, we're almost there. How do you think women leaders can own back the agency and narrative around growing in an organization?
Like I said before, growth mindset and trust your gut.
I hope all our Sri leads are taking a note of that. What tech skills do you believe are essential in the leadership landscape today?
So the common question today is AI taking your job? Like the NVIDIA CEO said, AI is not going to take your job, but people who learn AI skills will take your job. Prompt engineering is something that all of us can learn if we know basic English, basic common sense, and that is something we should invest in and learn, to keep abreast with what's happening.
I think those are great starting places. Here is a fun one now. If you were to author a book about being a leader, what would it be called?
I am actually authoring a book. It's called Flip the Story. It's going to come out in a few months. Flip the Story is about changing the narrative in your head when you get into a puddle. We all face difficult situations, but the narrative in our head defines how we deal with the situation. And that's what we're hoping to do with the book.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. We can't wait to grab the first copy of it already. All right, last question for today. 3 words to describe the Sri leads of the next generation.
I'd say supportive, fearless, and wild.
Well said. Thank you so much, Saloni. Your journey and insights are truly inspiring for our Sri leads community, and we appreciate you taking the time to share it with us.
Thank you.